Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric and I am the Fraudiophile. This is the channel where we talk about music, records, gear, and everything else in between. So today I want to talk to you about the kids, how the kids are all right. I know if you get to be my age, nearing 50, I'm a dad. I know we all complain about kids, right? The way they dress, the way they talk, the things they say, the music they listen to. But what I've come to find out with my own daughter is that I think the kids are all right. And I think there's a future for rock music where kids are going to listen to this. So, in this video, I want to talk a little bit about my daughter, talk a little bit about the music I listened to when I was that age, show some records that my daughter currently listens to and the type of music that she's listening to, and then do a shout out to another YouTube channel at the end. So first, let me talk a little bit about my daughter. So my daughter is 14 years old. She's a freshman in high school, very active athletically, she's in track, she's in volleyball, super social, does a lot of different things. But one of the things I found out is I really like the music she listens to. So she's always been very kind of on her own of what she listens to. Pretty wide array. A lot of what she listens to is probably what you would expect a 14-year-old girl to listen to. A lot of pop music, a lot of what I call Anicore, which is just kind of piano based, kind of whiny singer songwriter stuff. But she listens to a lot of good music too. So in our travels, we spend a lot of time in the car together, heading to practices and things like that. And I usually let her play music. Now, obviously, I've influenced her a bit, but I think she really has her own taste in music. When I was a kid, what did I listen to when I was 14? We're talking 1989, 90 into 91, sort of that age. I was listening to Guns N' Roses. I was listening to Van Hagar, The Cure, U2. Then, obviously, when Nirvana came out, that kind of changed everything for a lot of people at my age, right? That really became what we listened to. I started listening to in high school Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, call it grunge, call it whatever you will. That was really the main music that I listened to when I was that age. Now, how did we learn about music? Right, we went to the record store or we read Spin Magazine or Rolling Stone. That was our algorithm, right? People told us, here's what's cool, here's what you probably should like, or at least listen to and see if it's what you like. Today, obviously, it's completely different for these kids. TikTok is a huge thing for kids to learn music. Um, I didn't pull one of these records, but a great example is Pavement. Their most streamed song is actually a B-side off of the stereo LP, and it wasn't even on the regular record, right? It's a song called Harness Your Hopes. And the reason it got so popular, there's a line in there that says, "Tell me a word that rhymes with pavement, and I won't kill your parents and roast them on a spit." Well, kids were making all sorts of TikTok videos of this. They dug the song, therefore they streamed that song, and that's how a lot of kids got into Pavement. So a lot of different algorithms. TikTok has their algorithms. Spotify has their algorithms. Obviously, being a good parent is probably the best algorithm. Give your kids a good taste in music. So let's talk a little bit about what the kid listens to. So the first one is kind of a cheat, and I'm going to work my way backwards from newest to oldest on most of these, except for this one. So this is Jason Isbell's Weather Vanes. Um, Kiddo listens to this mainly because of me. Actually took her first concert that she ever went to. We went out to Red Rocks in Colorado and saw Jason play, Jason and the 400 unit, a couple of years ago. So we joke that we kind of spoiled her at that point, that, how can you ever compare concerts to seeing your first show at Red Rocks? We've done some other shows since. I've taken her to see The Cure. We're actually going to see, I'll talk about that one when I get to the record. Another band here in a few weeks. We've gone and seen some poppy stuff like Olivia Rodrigo and Chappell Roan. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to go to Red Rocks to see a concert, I definitely recommend it. And if you can see Jason Isbell there, even better. So this is one that the dad algorithm, I think, really got her going. So this is Bon Iver's Sable Fable. I listen to a ton of Bon Iver. I have all of Justin Vernon's records and absolutely love it. You've probably heard me talk about it on this channel if you've viewed any of my videos previously. But she heard a song, and I can't remember which one it is. I think it was something off of Blood Bank. It might just be Blood Bank. And she's like, "What is this?" Realized it was Bon Iver. Like, "Oh yeah, that's what my dad listens to." And then she started listening to it. So Smart Kid, great album, one of my favorite albums that came out last year. Um, Another album, probably one of the most popular albums of 2025. This is Geese Getting Killed. The song Taxes, my daughter plays constantly. Great record, very different. I don't know if you've never heard this, give it a chance. Cameron Winter's vocals are really, really kind of different and weird, but in a good way. It really stands out and doesn't really sound like anything else that's out there. But not only huge with people my age, but the kids dig it too. When I mentioned concerts before, in a couple of weeks, we are going to see a combo concert with MJ Lenderman. This is MJ Lenderman's Manning Fireworks, along with Waxahachie. They're going to be performing solo each, and then they're going to combine, it sounds like, at the end of the concert and do a few songs together. So really looking forward to it. Manning Fireworks is one of my favorite records of the past 2 or 3 years. I've played that all over my house. I'm pretty sure I am the algorithm that got this into my daughter's feed. Her favorite songs off of here, I think, is pretty much Wristwatch and She's Leaving You. Great album. Another one that was surprised to hear a lot of kids are into, Radiohead, specifically In Rainbows. This is the album that, I don't know what she is, Gen Alpha, Gen Z, whatever these teenagers are. But they all seem to love In Rainbows. A couple of different songs off of here. Kid A as well, and OK Computer. I hear a lot of songs being played on her playlist that come from this. But it's kind of cool to see that, as we move into an electronic age, there's still a lot of kind of guitar-based music that these kids still listen to. Another one that surprised me that she listens to, don't know if this was something from her algorithm or from the dad algorithm, could be either. Jesus Etc. is the song she always plays off of Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. So I listen to a ton of Wilco in the house. My biggest kicks the last couple of years have been REM and Wilco, and there's usually one of those records playing in my house quite often. So I think I'm responsible, but good to see kids get it with this. I also told her the next time we go to Chicago, we are definitely going to check out these buildings and get a picture taken there. Now, this one surprised me a bit. Maybe it's the age thing, but Pinkerton from Weezer, the great second album from Weezer, pretty misunderstood when it first came out. I remember when this came out, being a big fan of the Blue album, I listened to this, I was like, whoa, that's different. It's like really good, but it's different. This was pretty derided at the time it came out, but now is looked back as pretty much as a classic by most people who write about music these days. But yeah, Pink Triangle, Get You, El Scorcho, those are the songs that she plays off of this. Another one all the kids are into. This came from TikTok because I asked a question. How did you hear about this guy? Jeff Buckley. The album is Grace. The song is Lover, You Should Have Come Over. Guess it's massive on TikTok with the kids. So that is the song that always gets played on here. What I like about this, when I find out that she likes a song from an artist I like, to me that's a great opportunity to say, okay, if you like Lover, let's listen to Hallelujah, or let's listen to Last Goodbye, and try to push other songs off of these albums. Now, the one big difference I've noticed with kids, and we were this way too, and it probably is worse now, is the short attention span. I think back to my parents when they were going to listen to something, they either listened to a 45 or they put a record on and probably listened to it from beginning to end. I know for me, it was cassettes first, and you'd play the cassette through. And when CDs came out, you could skip from song to song to song. So I think the attention span got a little shorter. The art of listening to an album from beginning to end slowed down a bit. But I think this is a good opportunity when the kids find one song. Say, hey, there's a lot more good on that than just that one song. Nirvana. It's not just the kids wearing the t-shirts these days. It's I better turn this. Oof. It's not just the kids wearing the t-shirts these days, but they actually listen to Nirvana. I know my kids, both of my kids. My oldest is 20. He loves Nirvana too. They all have the shirts, but they listen to Smells Like Teen Spirit. In Bloom, Lithium, Polly. I mean, these songs that I listened to in high school, kids are listening to today. So truly is a classic. It really never gets old. And the last one I want to show is, as we move back in time, Fleetwood Mac's Rumors. I think his Dreams is probably the big one. Gold Dust Woman. A lot of great songs off of this album, and I don't think the kids probably understand everything behind this, but those of us who are our age, have probably read every article about Rumors and know about what was going on with Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks and John and Christine McVie. So I think the kids just like it for the songs. Now, the thing that really brought Fleetwood Mac back in was there's like a TikTok video or a Vine of a guy or Instagram reel, whatever, of a guy who's skateboarding and drinking. Was he drinking like cranberry juice while the song Dreams is on, which really brought this back into the lexicon. So yeah, that's it for what the kids are listening to today, and it's good to know that they're actually listening to some pretty decent stuff. Last thing I want to do, I'm trying to do this at the end of all of my videos, is just a quick shout out to another YouTube channel that I really enjoy. Now, most of these are probably going to be music related, some are not. This one definitely is. Digital Gramophone. I will link to his channel here. Dude has great taste in music. It's fun videos. I love how they all generally start with like some sort of kind of weird or odd beginning. Um, as you can tell watching this video, I don't do any video editing right now. Maybe I will someday. I just don't have the time, energy, or the want to do it. But I like how he almost always starts off with something kind of cool that's edited into the video when it starts. Um, yeah, check his channel out. Great guy, great taste in music. If I ever get over to that part of the country, I'm definitely going to try to look the guy up and see if he wants to go record shopping. So thanks again for watching. Hope everybody has a great week. And remember, kids are all right.